Alright people, Catfish Dave here. Title of this video is Best Surf Rod for the Money. Now if you've been watching my last several videos, you know that really that's just to keep some certain people from clicking on all my videos and following every move I make. If I'm getting big fish, I'm not putting them in the thumbnail. I make the titles look like I'm catching no fish or small fish. That's what I want them to think. I don't need nobody trailing me right now. I'm in hot pursuit of the biggest catfish that swims. It's that time of year, or it's real close to it. The only downfall is the full moon in the sky. Now, there is a full moon in the sky, but right now, there is a cloud covering it up. It is somewhat hazy out here tonight. I haven't checked the weather, but that'd be really nice if that moon stays covered up, because I don't like full moons. Old channel cats are active tonight. That bait wasn't out there a minute. This will be a good fish for the thumbnail. You know what I mean? Good thumbnail fish. This rod here I'm using is a $229 Pin Carnage 2 extra heavy, rated up to 12 ounces. I like this rod. It was very expensive. I do like it. Last video I got a real nice striper on it. That other rod over there is called the Tsunami Trophy Surf. That was my first 12-foot surf rod for catfishing. I can tell you that the guides in it were junk, and it's all been retied with solid stainless guides by a buddy of mine. I think that rod listed around $120 something. Had junky guides. Good blank. It would cast good, but them guides were junk. This here is what I call the best surf rod for the money. I had read about these online. Texas surf shark fishermen were using these rods and saying good things about them. And this is the Akuma Longitude CX 12-foot heavy. It's rated up to 10 ounces. Several of my last videos, guys keep asking me, what kind of rod you using? What kind of rod you using? Well, most of my YouTube videos were made with this right here, the Akuma Longitude CX. Now, when I first got a hold of this rod, I assumed, because you couldn't find it on Akuma website, that it was an old discontinued rod. Obviously, Akuma still makes this rod, and they just aren't wanting people to know about it except for the ones that happen to know about it and are ordering it. It's basically available through other places like Amazon, Jet.com, Walmart.com, but you can't find it at Akuma, but yet it is a Akuma rod. And probably what happened is this rod done well, and so they came out with a much more expensive one, maybe put a different color on it, and it's probably the same dang rod. Change the name, raise the price. And they're trying to hope these things fade out of existence. Problem is, people keep ordering them. Why? Well, I ordered 5 of them, and because I ordered 5, I got them for like 60 bucks a piece. Now, I just told you, that Pin Carnage 2 was $229. This rod, I could get 3 of these for the price of 1 of those. Now they run up around $70 a rod. I actually am the one responsible for driving the price up on them. Guys started watching my videos, people started buying them nationwide. You know, price went up a little bit on them. Now they make a spinning version of this, and I have had guys say they had guide trouble. I haven't had any guide trouble out of the bait casting version. And I wouldn't recommend this rod for spinning because it's just too stiff. It's too heavy for spinning. Guys that are long casting on spinning gear, you need to be casting 6 ounces or less. Conventional gear is for like 4 ounces all the way up to 10, 12 ounces. And the reason for that is you can lock your thumb and really get a grip on that spool when you put pressure on it to launch that cast. When you're doing it on a spinning reel, you're just grabbing a hold of one little string, and when you try to launch that kind of weight, it wants to slip and slide out of your fingers and everything else. Channel cat are still active. I need to rip his lip off so he quits doing that. Yeah. Anyway, after buying the first one of these, I bought it off a guy I knew. I liked it enough to order like 5 more off Jet and got them for like 60 bucks a pop because I ordered bulk amounts. Now I've got an Amazon link, and I'll put the description and link to this rod in the description of the video, so people can look it up. Like I say, it is not on Akuma's website. I've been using these for about 3 years now. One thing I liked about the rod that Tsunami rod didn't have is a lot of times at night the temperature will drop and you'll get this dew or wetness on your rod, and you're trying to break the rod apart to go home, and your hands will be slipping and turning. I'd try to get my shirt in to get it undone. Well, the Akuma has got just a little bit of a rough, almost like a very mild sandpaperish thing, but it's actually a grip material that you can put your hands on when it's wet and actually grip it and break it loose. I thought that was pretty cool that they done that. Now I've casted this. I've casted that expensive pin. I've casted that Tsunami over there. And I'm going to be honest with you, I can't tell that much difference in my casting distance between the $65 to $70 rod opposed to a $229 rod. I'm really not getting much difference in distance. This thing here is has a lot of backbone. I mean, it's quite stiff. It definitely handles some weight, and it's getting the bait out there. Do I like that Penn Prevail better? Yes. It's got a little bit cooler grip. It's got nicer guides. It's prettier, and it feels like it's lighter. You know, just almost a little more comfortable. These Longitudes have what they call this cork grip. Now this is a very good grip. You get a good grip with this stuff. The only issues I've had out of a Longitude was one time I was trying to cast about 1.5 pounds of bait, and I put my body into that cast and I snapped the rod, about 1.5 feet down from the tip. Now here again, I don't know if it was the weight of what I was throwing, or if maybe I had dropped this on a rock one day and possibly nicked it or smacked it in my truck door. I mean, I had the rod for 3 years, and then one day it broke on the cast, but I was casting a ridiculous amount of weight. You know, this thing said it's rated for 10 ounces. If you go over that, well, you're kind of pushing the issue, you know. So as far as it casting 10 ounces, you know, 5 ounces of lead, 5 ounces of bait, I don't see any issues with that. But this old Akuma Longitude has made 99% of all my YouTube videos. Caught everything that's on there. And for 70 bucks, you can't beat it. The only thing I done to the rod, and I done it to that pin, is I go to the automotive department at Walmart and I buy this reflective tape. Now this isn't going to glow in the dark, but if you do have a source of light, it will stand out pretty strong. So, and these rods are black, and so is the pin, and so is the Tsunami. So this reflective tape really helps with visibility. Sometimes a flathead will just be barely moving and it won't even take your clicker. And I've managed to get them just barely seeing movement on the rod, and that was because of this reflective tape. But the Akuma Longitude, people, 12-foot CX, lure weight. No, it's actually rated up to 8 ounces. Line weight, 20 to 40 pounds. Well, I can tell you I've casted way more than 8 ounces with it. The number on this rod is LC-C-122H. I might go ahead and put a big skipjack head on this thing. And I hardly ever run 3 rods here, but I might do it tonight, just to get a little more going on here. It is a full moon. I need all the help I can get. I'm going to go ahead and add a bucket style of rod holder out here. And I got a real good sized piece of bait. It's pretty calm over to the right. So I just got this on a Carolina rig. 11/0 Mustad Demon wide gap. Guys say, how can you throw so far and not throw your bait off the hook? Well, like on these skipjacks, I got that thick wire hook and I'm going up under the backbone. Under it. So I literally have to break the backbone, and there's plenty of hook exposed. That's a 50 size Daiwa Saltus with 50-pound Berkeley Pro Spec Chrome. That fish came way in on me. I never could set a hook on it. There's what them little fish done to a whole skipjack. all the way down inside it. I don't know how they hollowed the head out. I don't know how they done it. I noticed both these two rods have stopped getting bites, so I'm pretty sure that's the deal there. I'm throwing into the wind tonight. I'm still getting a decent distance. Old Dieter Melhorn made a video about how to catfish in the wind or something like that. I guess that could have been tonight's video for me. But instead, it's about the best surf rod for the money. Next time it's windy, I'll do that video. Anytime people Google up how to catfish in the wind, it'll pull up both our videos then, see? Now, I ain't made that video yet, but I can tell you that catfishing in the wind is going to be very similar to catfishing when it's not windy. I didn't like that spot that big head was in, so I moved it more kind of center, got it in a little deeper water. All three rods now are on the tackle box style of rod holder. That bucket's just over there for looks now. Feels like a heavy fish. It's very slow moving right now. He's got me over a ledge. It's definitely a catfish. Feels heavy, but it ain't even hardly fighting, man. He's just, feels like a log I'm pulling in. He's moving a little bit there. I got him to the shore and he just ripped out about 10 yards of drag. He started fighting once he seen me. Now he's putting up a little bit of a fight now that I got him to the bank. only thing bad about these mustad demons is you have a hard time getting the hook back out. He's a pretty fat fish. Got a wide head on him. I had a hard time getting that hook out. He knocked my camera around. Knocked the battery out of it. The camera shut off for a second. Woo. I should have titled this video, Catching Catfish in the Wind. This could have been that video, man. It's gotten real windy. It's strong going back against me, going against my cast. That wasn't no giant, but it wasn't a dink. It is a full moon. I'll take it, I guess. This video is about the best surf rod anyhow. Alright people, tonight would have been a good night to make a catfishing in the wind video, but instead it was about the Akuma longitude, what I consider the best surf rod for the money. Guys keep asking me about my gear. That's the rod. I'll put a links to my gear in the description of this video. This is a video. There was fish in the video. That makes it a fishing video. A fishing in the wind video. It's still early in fall. Got a long ways to go. The journey continues, people. This is Catfish Dave with another one. Signing out.